Namaskar. So let's begin the second Adhyaya Sankhya Yoga. Before that, let's do small Omkara. So now we are into Sankhya Yoga, the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So in the first chapter, we saw Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Arjuna was very emotionally charged, he was overwhelmed and he's sitting and he is crying in a ratha, and Shri Krishna, he is asking Shri Krishna, I am not able to fight war with, these my loved ones. So this is where we ended. So now in next chapter, the story continues, where Arjuna is sitting in such a sad condition and Shri Krishna sees him, and Shri Krishna also feels this is a very difficult situation. And first thing is, Sri Krishna actually scolds Arjuna, and you should read those shlokas, how he has actually ridiculed Arjuna. And then still Arjuna keeps asking, that no, I am not able to fight this war. It is okay for me to leave this everything and go and beg, but still I don't want to fight this war. So Sri Krishna takes charge of his entire thought process from here, and he opens up the entire ocean of knowledge for him. Now, what is the fear of Arjuna? Arjuna is scared of killing his own people. That's his fear. The fear of death of his loved ones and to his own hands. So Krishna first addresses this death part. So he introduces Arjuna with a Jnana Yoga. It is about knowledge. And he also introduces him with a Karma Yoga. So Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga both are in a very extensive manner discussed in Bhagavad Gita later. But Sankhya Yoga is one which gives the overview of both these yogas. So he tells how our body is and what is Atma is all about. So he gives the knowledge about the Sharir, body, and Atma, which is soul. It is our inner energy or our inner power. So he says this shloka, Dehinosmin yatha dehe Kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara praptihi dhirastatra na muhyati. What it means is, this body takes different forms. Like we are born as a baby, we grow as an adult, we become old and we die, and this body is thrown away and our soul enters into another body. So it gets transferred into another body, and the one who knows doesn't get deterred by all these thoughts of death and all, not scared of death. This is what he is saying. So another very famous shloka he says is, Vasansi jirnani yatha vihaya navani grunhati naroparani tatha sharirani vihaya jirnani anyani sanyati navani dehi. The way we wear our clothes and they get old and we throw them off and we wear new clothes, our soul, this inner power, this Atma Shakti also wears different shariras. This is what this shloka says. And what is the nature of this soul, this Atma Shakti, how powerful it is? So he says, Nainam chindanti shastrani, Nainam dahati pavakaha, Nachaina kledayantyapo, Na shoshayati marutaha. So this soul, this inner energy is such that nobody can destroy it. That is what is the knowledge of Atma or knowledge of soul Shri Krishna gives to Arjuna. Now this knowledge alone is not useful. This is a time, this is a war time. People are standing, both the armies are standing in front of each other. Just knowledge is not enough, that you should not be scared of death. But he tells about action. So when he introduces him to Karma Yoga, what he narrates is, Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachanam ma karma phalhetu bhurma te sangotsva karmani. What does it mean is, do your duty. Don't think whether you win or lose. Don't think what is going to happen. But while you are doing your duty, focus completely on your duty. Focus completely on your karma. And the second line what says is, not taking an action is not an option for you. You must take the action. You have to take the action. So he introduces him to Jnana Yoga, to Karma Yoga, and he also talks about something really great, which is Samabuddhi, which is equanimity. And this word keeps coming in Bhagavad Gita again and again. So what is Samabuddhi? Samabuddhi is a person who is able to stay strong in any situation. If it is a good situation, happy situation, you enjoy, but when it is a sad situation or it is a difficult situation, in that situation also you remain firm and undeterred. So this is a Samabuddhi person who has a equanimity to be able to see all the good and bad situations of life with a equal composure. The second concept he brings is Sthita Pragya Vyakti. Sthita is in place at that time. Pragya is our intellect, it's our buddhi. So the person whose pragya, whose buddhi is in place in that time is a Sthita Pragya Vyakti. So he tells that it is important to have your presence of mind and address the situation at this moment. You can't go in the past, you can't go in the future, you have to be in this time. The next concept he talks about is asakti, that is, compulsive behavior. So asakti, moha, krodha, smriti vibram and buddhinasha. He talks about these things in the end of the Sankhya Yoga. So what is mean is, yes, you feel, you want something. This world is materialistic world. So where you have so many needs you have. But these needs finally leads into a temptation. You want this, you want that, right? And if you don't get it, you feel angry. If you repeatedly keep getting angry, then finally you start losing your mind, and when you lose your mind, you are not able to make good decisions. So I'll give a small example of our day-to-day work. So mobile, there's so much bound to it. We have so much of asakti about it, and if you don't get an internet for a day, you will go mad, you will go so angry, you will go behind the service provider, you will get restless, all that will happen. And finally it will lose your complete peace of mind. So today's world, the biggest asakti what we have is for the screen, for the mobile. So I gave this small example, but what the gist is, Shri Krishna introduces Arjuna to a knowledge of our soul, our Atma Shakti, and the body, which will be keep changing as we take different births. If somebody has to believe into it, they can believe. If somebody doesn't want to believe, it is okay. But what we need to understand is, we have this power within ourselves, and with this power is very strong. It is very strong power we have. And another thing is, karma is very important. The action taking, even if I blink, that's a karma, that's action. So if we are born on this earth, we are bound to take action. But when you take an action, be sure that you are not thinking about the rewards while we are taking the action. So these are our learnings. I will just summarize it. Don't be afraid to criticize if it is required by the situation. So Shri Krishna actually criticized Arjuna in the beginning, but Arjuna didn't take it in a wrong way. He still continued and asked the questions. So take the criticism in the right spirit if it is done with a good intent. The second one is the Atma, the power which we have is immortal. So it is beyond the cycle of birth and death, and it cannot be destroyed by any means. So this is a very big learning from Sankhya Yoga. Good or bad, any situation, always be ready to face it the way Arjuna faced it, the way Shri Krishna faced it. Then equanimity we spoke about, Samabuddhi we spoke about, Sthita Pragyata. Third thing is, work passionately, but don't keep thinking about the reward. Not taking an action is not an option. Peaceful and blissful life is possible. Need to keep addiction, temptation, anger away. So if you keep this mobile away or screen time, if you reduce, your life can be much more peaceful. That is what it is. So world is beautiful. Make most of this time you are in this world, because the time we are here is very small as compared to the time this earth has been and the entire humanity has been. So experience it, contribute to it into this beautiful world, and make it more beautiful. There are few introspective questions again, which I will read out, and I would really request you to write down the answers of them or think about it. What are your 3 most obsessive compulsive behaviors or addictions? Okay. The second one is, do you have action plan to reduce them? What are the obstacles which are hindering them? And the third and last question, how many times you got angry in last 1 month? What could have been done differently? So there ends the Sankhya Yoga. Whatever I spoke just now, I am dedicating it to Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.